Good evening, everyone, and welcome to session recap, 19th of June, 2017. And today, 5 different setups. So previous week was good. Well, the trade of the week was euro dollar, but we also had some nice trades from Australian dollar too. I mean, that was a ranging day, but still we made some pips on that. As you can see, the market is a little bit slow today. It doesn't go very fast. Today we only had some small breakout trade. I managed to grab 12 pips, pound dollar breakout to the downside. But now, well, because Brexit negotiations have started, we might see some two-way price action. So today, euro dollar, pound dollar, Australian dollar, dollar CAD, and pound yen. That will be the pairs that I will be showing you today. Before we begin, standard risk disclaimer, explaining that CFD and Forex trading are leveraged products and can result in losses that exceed your deposits. So those are not suitable for everyone. This presentation and the accompanying video is for informational and educational purposes only. And have in mind that the video is not part of the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. So you should read the full risk disclosure on this website. My name is Nenad, and have in mind that the patience is always the key to trading success. And the rules and setups. Okay, give price a breathing room. Enter within 15 pips of the predicted level if it's an agreement with your system. We call it POC or buffer zone. Use scaling in if you wish, but don't forget, you do your own trade and money management. Also add a spread to your stop loss. Even if you trade via ECN account, at 2 to 5 pip spread depending on the pair traded. Don't forget to add it. Also, we take only one position per listed pair. Don't forget that we either make positional or alternative trade. Don't forget that the first touch of the zone is the most profitable. That is why we need to be focused on the first touch. And it's always the most favorable setup. Positional trades are called trend trades. Alternative trades are called counter trend trades. Breakout trades and scalp trade levels can be traded independently of any position. But depending on time and volatility, we use profit stop after 20 pips, but not less. Session recap setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Pay attention to my Twitter updates, always, because sometimes I might do a revised trade setup. Scalp trades should be done at or very close to important support resistance levels, and those levels are calculated by Camarilla historical levels and historical buyers and sellers. So try to add it on your chart. Add these levels to your system, and pips pool is the maximum available number of pips you could have made on recap entries. Have in mind that the maximum available number of pips is hypothetical. Try to aim for at least 30, 40, 50% of the pips pool. So before we begin with this week's setups, I wish you everyone welcome. And I see some comments. There is no gold. There will be gold. Angel, just wait for my setups and then I will open a gold chart. Miguel is from Portugal. He's saying hi. And Hazelhoff is saying hello, Nana, the King Trader. Hello, everyone. So, yes, today we will see different setups. I will answer your questions, of course. And this is what we had for the previous week. Euro dollar plus 100 pips. Pound dollar, it was either break even or positional trade of minus 30 pips. Australian dollar was 35 pips, dollar yen 30 pips. Pound yen positional minus 40 pips. Pound was a bit volatile, and you could see that actually it went to the upside. And total pips pool with these two losses was anywhere between 95 and 130 pips. But definitely the trade of the week was euro dollar. Yeah, the screen is frozen, but this is what we had. So definitely the trade of the week, euro dollar. I like this setup really a lot, and one more proof that euro dollar is very good to trade, especially when we trade it down from the when we're selling the rallies. So now today I will show you two possible setups. One will be a possible swing setup, but we still need to see a downward price action. I'm still inclined to sell euro on rallies, but I will try to trade one of a time opportunity if euro dollar gets to 1.1100 or close to it. I will try to make a swing trade. There is possible nice swing trade that can produce, let's say, close to 250 pips, but we will see. That's the bottom of the range. But okay, stay put. Follow me, and let's see past week results first. This was euro dollar trade. This is our webinar time of our platform, and the trade got here very close to our selling position. This was when the trade was initiated. It was 2 days later, but if you watched my Wednesday live trading session, sell position definitely was good, producing huge number of pips. I really like to sell euro dollar on rallies, but I also hope that this range will break soon, because honestly, guys, euro dollar has been a bit boring to trade. I mean, it doesn't move a lot. So I personally didn't capture, of course, 100 pips, because I exited a little bit uh, before the price started its second retracement or second spike to the downside level. So I exited around this level. But yet again, for some people who maybe were more patient than I was, or let's say who didn't protect their profits prematurely, they could have made more profits on this trade. But still, euro dollar was very, very good to trade. Previous week was the best trade, definitely. Pound dollar was, as you can see here, we had a positional sell trade open at this spot. Initially, the trade rejected, but it was here. You see the trade rejected, but I personally didn't get the move correctly. So I had a loss of 30 pips personally, but a trader actually said, I can't remember the name of a trader. He sent me an email saying that asking where he can actually exit the trade, because he was already in a short trade and he protected his trade around this level. He actually went for intraday swing. I said, I don't know, because I'm still in a trade. I will try to get it more to the downside. And well, if that trader who actually sent an email, if he exited around this level, he could have made like 20 pips. But I personally didn't close my trade. I got into a loser here on pound dollar, but it's only 30 pips. So it's not much. Australian dollar, good. One of the well, I can say, considering how Australian dollar is slow, this is one of the better trades, really one of the better trades, definitely, especially because the Australian dollar trade was bit in a bit of a range. You can see here, range. But then we got into a sell position right after our webinar, not right after, but let's say a couple of hours later. Our trade setup was initiated, and you can see here a big drop towards 75.20 zone. Still 35-40 pips could have been made, and I think Australian dollar was also one of the better trades for the previous week. Pound yen, well, pound yen again, a losing trade. Pound yen went similar as pound dollar, but it didn't have any retrace. Actually, initially it was sold from 139.60. You can see it here, but I'm not sure that. I still think that this can be qualified as a losing trade, although initially it made 30 pips. You can see here It went here, then closed here. So initially it made 30 pips. But I always show you how I traded and hypothetical result for maybe people who traded it a bit longer. So this was also losing trade, but as you can see, maybe some people actually made money here because initially it made 30 pips. And for some people who protected the trade prematurely, or let's say in the right moment, this could have been a winning trade. So again, pound yen, again, POC zone was proven to be really, I'm very proud of my POC zones because still, even if the price wants to make it to the upside, it will be rejected initially from the POC zone. You can see here. Ilya, your question is correct. The GBP yen has closed the gap, indeed. So there is no gap on GBP yen. There is a retail gap on GBP dollar, but now at this point, we don't have any GBP yen gap. It hasn't been closed yet. So yes, you're correct. So pound yen, as I say, it could have been a winning trade of some 20, 30 pips. I'm not sure I count it as a loser run, but still, this was the result. Even if pound yen was a losing trade, this is the hypothetical amount of pips you could have made with past week setups. So I hope that you made your week positive with these setups. And of course, we had a lot more setups from my analysis, especially if you traded pound yen on Friday, guys. Again, I will show you now just a slight digression. I will show you pound yen setup for all of you guys who are new here and who are watching this recap from the point of YouTube recording, because the webinar is being recorded. It will be uploaded. So here I have published pound yen analysis June 16, 10, 21 on Admiral Markets website. This was my setup, okay? And this is what actually happened. Perfect POC rejection. I made this screenshot today, so this happened after I published the analysis, because I always do the analysis, then I publish what happened. I never do any post-fact analysis, only pre-fact. That is my trademark, and that will be my trademark forever. You can be sure about it. Yes, you can be definitely sure about it. So here again, once more, a winning trade, very, very good setup from pound yen POC zone. Maybe the setup of the week, because it happened on Friday, and definitely it produced nice amounts of pips, because pound yen is a very volatile pair and my favorite pair to trade. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, and dollar yen. Here, the dollar yen trade was good. We had a sell position 110.20. The dollar yen reached 109.90. It started to range there. So you can see this was support. So possible 30 pips from the dollar yen. Straight rejection from the POC zone. And this is the setup for euro dollar for this week. I'm still inclined to sell euro dollar on rallies, but I will actually go into a buy position there, guys. My stop loss will be 60 pips plus 2 to 3 or 5 pips of just to cover for spread, but I trade usually with ECN accounts. But even though if you have more than 0.5 pip spread, if you have less than 0.5, or let's say if you have 1 pip spread, add always 2 to 5 pips just to cover up for some possible a little bit of spike that can happen around the stop loss. So this is what I think it might happen with euro dollar. I at least will trade this, and I think I will put pending orders if they happen on until Wednesday. So my sell position, probably this can happen on Wednesday, but yet again, I also want to make a buy. This is what I want to make as a swing trade because it can give me 160 pips, even more, guys. If it breaks 1260, then we are on a way to 1361.1400. So I'm really hoping for this trade. I will show you my chart, guys, with POC zone. Yes, just give me. Yeah, sure. Sorry, again, this is my setup. You can snapshot the screen. Ahmed is saying I made 100 pip from dollar yen as I made a buy position from 109. I am very glad. You are welcome, Ahmed. So this is what Ahmed is saying. Okay, he made 100 pip from dollar yen trade. Ilya, yes, I will show the screen right now. So yes, here you're welcome, guys. I'm here to actually give you good setups to help you with your trading decisions, teach you how to trade, how to do your money management, how to become profitable. Even if you don't trade full time, you don't need to trade full time. You can still trade part time and make pips and make money. Two or three trades per week, and you should be fine. Here, euro dollar trade. I will open my 4-hour time frame chart. Give me a few seconds. Here, this is my 4-hour time frame chart. You can see it here. Very, very good setup for possible. Okay, here. See, I have an alert here. Okay, here. Yeah. This is basically that range what I was talking about. And I think that the top of the range might be around this level. I think that now euro dollar is in a sort of retracement because you see these spikes, these are like head fakes here. And I think that that this pair can really drop lower. This is where we see historical buying. Look at this, guys, here. We see a lot of buying from this side. Also, we have also a weekly L4. We have a weekly, just give me a second. Weekly L4. And if we place, let's say, Fibonacci retracement tool from this previous swing, you will see that this is indeed 88.6 here. So I think that this zone can be good for a swing trade. And if it rejects from that point, you will still see some bullish flag. Okay? Because the price will be rejected. This is the flagpole. It should go to the upside. And if it breaks this level, it has the potential to go even more to the upside, especially if it breaks 1300. So that is why I think euro dollar could be bought on a dip. Have in mind, this will be a counter trend trade opportunity. And not a counter trend, but generally counter intraday trend, because intraday trend now is to the downside. But on 4-hour time frame, this will be a buy trade. And that is what I will be making a swing. 1100, 1035, if we include some, let's say 1040 is my initial stop, but because of this WL5, we can make it actually 10, 20, 1030 would be okay. Let's see. Yes, I will correct the slide in just a moment. So keep it at 1035. It's better 1035, and TP will be 12. Final TP 1290 and TP to 11400 if it breaks. Now I have just corrected the slide, and this is what we should trade, I think. This could be a possible 300 pip trade if we get into, I mean, still, it might not be, but from this perspective, I think it can be, really. So this is our buying zone, weekly L4 level, 88.6. This is, for me, the strongest Fibonacci retracement number, 88.6. So if it gets there, I will enter a buy trade, keeping my stop loss here, 1035, 1033.2 if we add 2 or 3 pips to cover up our small spread. And if we get to 1261st or 1290, let's say that 1290 could be the top of the range. Yes, because it's also weekly L4. You see, it's weekly L4. There were sellers here. If it breaks 1295 or let's say 1300, it should go to 1364, 1365, and later it should open a way to psychological resistance, because we don't need to mark 0 zeros on the chart. You need to know that banks always trade on rounded or rounded numbers. They prefer 0 and 50s. So 0 is always psychological number, especially 1400. As you can see here on this chart, it hasn't been tested since the 24th of June 2016. So there is a possibility, because the price repeats itself, that it might break to the upside and test the level. So that is why I'm saying, be ready for some upside movement if we see that this level holds the price. This is euro dollar setup. Pound dollar is in downtrend. We might see a sell position here. Sell position 2800, 2825, stop TP 2700. Alternative buy position here also, with a stop of 2670. Okay, it's also important to notice. And possibly buy breakout 2825. Yes, also a possible breakout trade. So stay tuned for this. If we break 2825, we could see some nice upside potential of price action. But it needs to break 2825, and this is the chart. Okay, for our time frame, we still have a gap here. You see, this is the gap. We still see the gap. So this gap hasn't been closed yet. It needs to break this level, 2825, and then it might start to close the gap. Also, it will be above the cluster of resistance. That is WH3, previous order block, previous high, and of course, EMA 89. The thing is that on GBP, if it gets to 28, I will sell it. I don't know if it gets there. Currently, it's in no man's land. It still has potential to the downside, because if you read my analysis today, I said that if it breaks 2740, it could go to 27. And that is where I waited. I will be buying it there. Here, this is what I said. If it breaks here, it can go down even more to the downside. And only if it breaks 28, it can go to the upside. So this is the setup currently for the pound dollar. I will try. I mean, it's still not big of a stop loss, 27.00, 26.70, because this will be, let's say, a counter trend trade. I will protect my profits if I see that the price is reluctant to go 25 or 30 pips in the profit. And if I'm in the profit, I will protect it. Yes. So this is it. And only if it breaks 28.25, it might go to 29.50, but this is final TP because this can be considered as a breakout trade opportunity. So pretty much situation on pound dollar is twofold. As long as it's below this level, it's a sell on rallies. If it breaks this level to the upside, it will be probably sold, but then it might close the gap first. So you see, guys, this is what I was warning you about. This is what I warned you many times before. This is so-called breakaway gap. When breakaway gap is formed, it forms a new trend. And simply you cannot trade this new trend in the context of previous trend, because previous trend was bullish, you see. Now this trend is bearish because the pound is sold on rallies. But if it gets to 27, it might be that pound is in a process of possibly closing the gap. So it could reject from that trend line, because at this point we have this trend line. If it rejects from 27, we will have trend line like this. It still will be some sort of a higher low, but then this needs to break in order for the price to proceed down. But where we can sell it? Of course, we can sell it where historical sellers were. And historical sellers were here in this zone. So this is what you should be watching for, this zone here. So this is pound dollar. Australian dollar still ranging. It's ranging, but still it's not bad to trade. Possible buy position 75.50. Yeah, there is a possible buy trading opportunity. Stop loss 75.10, TP 76.50, TP2 76.80. Yeah, it goes like that. Then sell trade is 76.80, stop loss 77.15, TP 75.60. So this could be a setup for the Australian dollar. Here you can see it. Australian dollar, it's trying to go higher. Okay, it's trying to go higher, but let's show you. But then again, 75.50 is a POC zone. See, it's very close to 61.8 or 78.6. It's also WL4, MH4. This is weekly. This is monthly. This is confluence. It might spike to the upside. Sell is 76.80, simply because 76.80 was where previous sellers showed. You always need to watch historical buyers and sellers if you want to trade Forex market successfully. I know that a lot of people don't trade with historical buyers and sellers concept, but for me, this is the core concept of trading, historical buyers and sellers, because in Forex market, history repeats itself. So that is why it's very important to identify historical buyers and sellers and then go with the flow. This is where historical selling showed institutional selling, and this is where institutions can sell it again. WH4, you follow big money, you follow big fish, you don't follow retail traders, you follow the real smart money, and this is where institutions sold. So that is where I will be selling if it gets there. As I say, we always need to be patient. But guys, do you really think that big traders who work with institutions who move money really want to jump in the middle of nowhere? No, they will grab the opportunity when the opportunity arises, and only then they will try to trade it. So patience above all. Uh, okay, now we have a next possible setup on dollar yen. Dollar yen is in downtrend. We have a positional sell possible, 32.55, 32.85 stop, TP 31.50. Alternative buy 31.20, 30.90, stop 32.10 is possible. TP. This is typo, so the slide should read dollar CAD, guys. So this is dollar CAD. I will correct it right away. Dollar CAD. Okay, let me just correct it first. Okay, this is it. Dollar CAD, 32.55, 32.85, 31.50, 31.20, 30.90, 32.10. And this is dollar CAD. Okay, let's see the dollar CAD chart be here. Okay. So one of the reasons why I would sell at 32.55 is multiple confluence here. The retracement has started. You see, this is still retracement. The price hasn't reached this one. On a bigger retrace and on a smaller retrace, you see, and still 32.55 is very close here. So it can be EMA 89 confluence, daily H4 confluence, 61.8. Even if you remove this retracement, you will see easily a trend line that can be made here. There is sound. I don't know why no sound. There should be sound, guys. Let's do quick sound check. Can you hear me? Sound is okay. Okay, confirmed. Ilya seems to have problems with sound. Okay, sound okay. Thanks, guys. Okay, so where were we? Here, you see dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, a lot of confluence here, around 32.50, 55.60 region. So EMA 89, trend line, daily H4, 61.8. So this is the sign that retracement has started. Still want to see some nice action before I short it. I cannot short it now. I need to wait. Where would we buy? 31.20 could be buy spot because it's weekly L3. It's strong. This bottom can be broken possibly, but I think that this could be level to go long around 31.20. 30.90 will be stop loss below this daily L5. 30.90 could be stopped. So let's see. You see here. Let me show you. A lot of buying from 30.20 region in the history. See, breakout without a pullback. Strong buyers there around 31.20. So I think this could be also level to go or zone to go long. Now I will re-roll the slides and then I will answer your questions. First gold, then pound New Zealand, and so on. So yeah, be patient. Let's wait. Okay, so here, guys, euro dollar. Okay. This is euro dollar, pound dollar. This is Australian dollar. Okay, this is dollar CAD. This is pound yen. We have 5 setups: euro, pound, Australian dollar, dollar CAD, pound yen. See? Yeah, so actually, guys, we have more setups. I'm not sure that, yeah, there is 5 setups. Now I will start to answer your questions first. Gold. Okay, gold. This is gold. First on gold. Okay. Okay. No, 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 no. This is basically support now. So from this spot, I think gold could go up. It looks like it could go up from this spot. It looks a bit longish to me from this spot because there were a lot of buyers here. Okay. Now you should see the screen. This is gold. David, yes, you can get a template. No problem. Just send me an email, David, and I will send you a template. So, but this is WL3. This is historical buying. This is ATR pivot point. And you see, this could actually go to the upside now. It could spike to the upside. So this looks a bit like it could spike, at least giving you some nice opportunity to go long. Yeah, you see, it's at support now, very close to support. So pay attention to that. And this is weekly support and buyers there. So pay close attention. Pound New Zealand, a bit volatile pair. It's being rejected from daily H3. So unless it breaks this level here, 76.50, there is no upside. Until then, I think it will be sold on rallies. Now it's in no man's land. So particularly at this point, there is no setup on pound New Zealand. But what we can say is that it actually might, well, if it rejects from daily L3, if it breaks daily H3, closes above, it will proceed to the upside. Yeah. Euro yen, and the question from Ilya, many people call GBP yen the dragon and also the beast. How is called pound New Zealand? I call pound yen the dragon, but when I started to trade, many traders called pound New Zealand the beast. So it remained the same. Pound yen is the dragon, pound New Zealand is the beast. The question, is there a typo? Yes, of course. Typo on pound yen, it's 142.55. You can, thanks for reminders. So yes, it's a stop loss of 40 pips, pound yen. Yes. Euro yen. I think euro yen is sold unless 124.50 is taken out. Until this is taken out, this will be a sell. To me, this looks like it has the potential to go more to the downside. But at this point, it's in no man's land. And definitely until we see a spike above 124.50, I don't think Euro Yen will have a strong upside momentum. It needs to break this level. You see, it's been double top here, almost triple top. So it still has potential for a more downside. So it could reject from there, yeah. Ilya is asking about TV. New Zealand dollar is slow, but I will show you. Pound New Zealand is actually very, very volatile. Egils is saying he made some pips of Pound New Zealand on master candle setup. Excellent. That is what I want to hear. John, thanks for a great work, Nenad. My training has turned around since I started following you and Chris and the price action training school. Awesome. Awesome. Very, very glad to hear. Really. Next question, Nenad, what do you think about dollar yen? Dollar yen is, well, twofold price action. Now it's being bought on dips. And the dip, what I will be looking for is here. It should be bought on dips at this point. But look at this. A big confluence here. This is order block, this dotted line. And watch this. It has a perfect confluence with 78.6. So it could go up if it gets here. It could go up. At this point, it's buying on dips. Yeah, guys, you can see I trade both shorts and longs. I don't care about bias because intraday trading, you can go both long and short if you know what to trade. So last week we went with pound yen bullish setup. Now we can wait for a bearish setup because bullish setup has already been taken, right? And made profit from. What is expected TP for Euro Yen? Well, as I say, this is not a setup. This is just my opinion that it could go down, but this is a range basically. And if you think that it will drop, I would say maybe around 23.95, or eventually, I don't think it will go much lower than this zone here. But I would take profits around this zone if I were short. 23.80, let's say, if it gets there. And he's saying, I thought pound yen might go up as it broke down trend line. Can you go quickly over it? Pound yen is going up at this point, indeed, as I showed on the previous analysis. Our POC zone was here, and it's going up. But now, if you watch, I will show you here. This looks like triple, quadruple top. So 142.15 to 30 could actually be a POC zone. And it looks like M. Watch this. This looks like M. What it means? It means that if it breaks this low, the drop would be even lower because this was POC zone. And now you see this made a U-turn from this level. 1, 2, 3, 4 times top, you see? Double top, perfect double top, and we can qualify as potential quadruple topish price. So it made a U-turn. It looks like M shaping up. That is what I'm afraid of for long. new longs now. So that is why I think it could be possibly bought from this region, but I would sell it there, see how it reacts there. If it proceeds there, it should be another spike lower. So that is why I think, you see, just because of this looks like M. And don't forget, this is still a downtrend. And he's saying, amazing, thanks, you're the greatest. Thank you, Andy. Thanks a lot. Ahmed, please, what do you think about New Zealand interest rate? Well, about New Zealand interest rate, we can actually, I didn't follow it too much, honestly, because I rarely trade New Zealand these days. As I showed you previous week and on my traders blog, how you can take trades, trend line breaks can be traded with such kind of announcements. So trend line break. Calendar here. So let me just see the calendar. Admiral calendar here. And we can only filter important news. 175. You see, market thinks that New Zealand Central Bank, RBNZ, will not change anything. So I guess the reaction might be twofold. First, it will be probably a spike, then it will be sold on rally, because New Zealand is also in a range. You know that, and you can see that New Zealand is also in the range. So yeah, definitely. Let me open New Zealand dollar chart. You see, this is some sort of a range. This was the range, major range. Then the price broke. Then it again tries to enter the range. If it doesn't break, if it doesn't make it here, this will be possibly some new range. So nothing much to say about New Zealand dollar, really. I don't trade it really. Now it's slow, it's boring. There are much better pairs to trade at this point than it's New Zealand. Really, guys, really. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of New Zealand trading at this point, really. Uh, Next question. Okay, next question is USD. Can it reject from support? Okay, let's see. Okay, just quick take. I have a lot of questions, but we cannot cover everything now. So let's see. USD first. Can it reject from support? 4-hour support is closed. So yes, I think it could reject from this zone now, because this is order block also, and it could start to reject indeed. And New Zealand is slow pair, but it still gave me pips on master candle. Great, because master candle is usually breakout setup, so it doesn't require any position. So indeed. Okay, and finally, WTI. Okay, I need to open another chart from oil. Give me a few seconds. No oil on ECN accounts. ECN is only currencies, but I can cover it now. So let's just wait a little bit for this to open. Okay, and slides at the end. So yes, I will roll the slides. Of course, no problem. Okay. Okay, I will first roll the slides, then I will show WTI. Okay, so pay attention to slides now. Okay, these are slides. Euro dollar, pound dollar. Okay, now Australian dollar, dollar CAD, and pound yen. And finally, this is WTI. It's at support again. We have a trend line here, possibly rejection. It's weekly support. It could go up, but then WL5 is definitely strong resistance, and possibly selling can come from 45.05 because this is order block, and a lot of sellers happen here. WL3. If it breaks the trend line, it will proceed again. Slides again. Yes, pound yen. Here is the pound yen. And finally, dollar yen. This was it. Thanks, guys, for your questions. Thanks for your comments. I expect to see you soon. And I wish you a great trading week. Let's make pips again. Cheers, everyone. And as always, trade safe. Thank you.